What's going on, everyone? Conservative Video Dipper here. If you got a dip, pack a lip. I've just finished this can. And if you don't got a dip, I got one in for you. But if you do, pack, dip, and spit with me. The left love socialism. The left, like, gobble it up like a turkey dinner. I don't understand why. But listen to this.
Tonight, Zoran Madami gave an outstanding speech.
Did he? What was it about?
And I pulled out a little clip because I want to talk about it. It talks about if he's going to arrest Benjamin for his outstanding ICC.
So Zoran Mandani is allegedly wanting Benjamin Netanyahu arrested. Right. Good luck with that. And why the other question that we should ask is, why should we get involved with Israel and Iran and other countries and not take care of ourselves here? America first, right?
Warrant, his international arrest warrant. And then I want to talk about it.
Benjamin Netanyahu is a war criminal. The architect.
Benjamin Netanyahu is an alleged war criminal. Okay. Keep that in mind.
Of a horrific genocide against the Palestinian people.
So, another question, who started the war between Palestine and Israel? Who started it?
He is responsible for the killing of more than 73,000 people.
But at the same time, isn't allegedly Palestine also responsible for deaths of Israelites, of Jews, for what they have allegedly done too?
For the maiming of tens of thousands of children.
See, war is hell altogether. It doesn't matter whether you're left, right, down the middle, conservative, independent. It doesn't matter where you stand. War is hell. War is not good. War is basically something that, unless war is needed or needing to be engaged, then why, again, do we need to be talking about Palestine and Israel war between each other? Because it really has nothing to do with us. Yeah, it's sad that Palestinian children and people are, sound like Thor is at it again. It's thundering over here. It's really sad that, yeah, Palestinian people are dying because of the war, and it's sad that Israel is losing people because of the war.
As those who survive undergo amputation without anesthesia. For the targeting of neonatal hospitals and maternity care centers, denying newborns even the chance to live.
But again, the biggest thing that we know is that war is going to cause people to lose their lives. We know that. In any war. You can go back to any war. Any war. It doesn't even have to be America. It could be other countries that have gone at war with each other. And you think about it, it's not good.
The countless people he starved as he blocked food and humanitarian aid from reaching them. for the gunning down of hundreds of aid workers and journalists.
But what has Palestine done too? We got to also keep that in mind. What has allegedly Palestine also done? The same alleged thing. So, yeah, you could probably say allegedly both sides are guilty of not doing or doing not so good things towards each other. But again, why do we have to be involved? Why does Zoran Mandani have to be involved? Because he's, again, a Muslim. What is Palestine's biggest religion? Islam. What is Israel's biggest religion? Judaism. If you think about it, Israel was there before Palestine. Palestine came later.
And just last month, the UN confirmed that Palestinian children continue to be deliberately targeted and killed by Israeli armed forces.
Okay, but does Palestinians also allegedly do the same thing too? Because remember, both sides go at each other and start a war. Both sides are going to have big amount of damage, just huge amount of damage. Pardon the pun.
More than 8 months after the so-called ceasefire.
Now, to me, this seems like a PR stunt that Zoran Mandani is pulling with the very ominous music in the background, because he wants to make it very empathetic, sad, emotional. Like, oh, we want more people to be about free Palestine. But it shouldn't be about, hey, free Palestine or free Israel. It should be, both should be free. I agree that both, yes, Palestinians and Israelites should be free. But why do a PR stunt when you're the mayor of New York?
The list goes on and on. All as we, as Americans, pay for the bombs that do.
But again, are you American, Zoran Mandani? Is your allegiance allegedly to America?
Outstanding. It's about time somebody has some balls in this country and calls him out for what he is.
People should also be thinking about this too. Again, not just calling out not Zoran Mandani, but the alleged Israel president, but also the Palestinian president or the Palestine leader as well. Both sides should be called out for what they have done. Now, my allegiance is not to either one of them. My allegiance is to America. But at the same time, this PR stunt really is not needed, especially coming from anyone that is a mayor of New York. But again, we understand why. Because he's a Muslim. Because his allegiance is to his people, the Islamic people, the people of Muslim faith. I'm going to say this. I know good Muslims, but what is happening in Israel is allegedly not only being done by both sides that are allegedly evil, but by extremism, by extremists. ideologies. That is what people are not talking about. They're forgetting these things.
Imagine if North Korea did to Gaza what Benjamin Netanyahu did.
If it was allegedly North Korea, Gaza would have allegedly been wiped out. Thinking about it, sorry, it's Thor again. Thor's getting really excited. Anyway, probably knowing Kim Jong Un a little bit enough, since I've read about him and kind of seen how he acts on TV. Kim Jong Un probably would have done it very much differently. Probably wiped them out, sadly. Because Kim Jong Un is not the person that people really should be messing with. And even if North Korea and Gaza or Palestine went against each other, what are we supposed to do about it? Nothing, because it's not our involvement. They're not NATO. North Korea is not NATO. Palestine is not NATO to us. Why should we be involved? We shouldn't.
This world would be losing their mind.
See, this is what the left love. They're all about free Palestine, F the Zionists and this, that, and the other. But when it comes down to it, what the left again don't realize is that both sides are losing people. People are dying on both sides. And it's not the Jews, Judaism people of Israel that should be blamed for it. It's the leaders, the alleged leaders of that country that should take the fall and responsibility for what they have done. If one country attacks another country just out of pure spite and anger, the one that attacks the other country is at fault for it. And we kind of already know who allegedly started the fight.
And imagine if Iran did that, or some other terrorist organization like Hezbollah. This world, this country would lose their minds.
And the left always are very quick to defend the Islamic people, which is another issue that I have with these leftist theories.
Hey, we want law and order. This isn't going to happen. We're going to step in and stop it. But because Israel puts money and billions of dollars into the pockets of the United States and congressmen and senators and probably the Supreme Court,
which we shouldn't accept. I don't care, again, what side of the political spectrum you run on here. Unless there's a reason. For instance, another country is giving us oil. Unless, like that reason, there's no need for other countries to either pay us or we pay them. Unless we're doing something. Unless there's a trade or a deal that is being done or given, we shouldn't be taking money from foreign countries, period.
And sure as hell it goes to the president. Nope, sorry, there's nothing I can do. That's the problem. And when I hear people like John Fetterman saying he's going to leave the Democratic Party,
I think John Fetterman is pretty smart for doing such thing, because that to me tells me that John Fetterman is seeing what the Democrat is doing, that the Democratic Party is about. They are about this whole left-wing radical ideology.
If the Democrats don't fund Israel, good, leave. Go put on your MAGA hat because you're MAGA anyway.
Actually, John Fetterman, I don't think is really MAGA at all. I don't think he's MAGA. To be honest, that would be a very big surprise for all of us if John Fetterman was MAGA. And if he was MAGA or did turn into MAGA, so what? Who cares?
That's not anti-Semitic.
I mean, I don't know if you'd call it that, but I again think that both sides of the party should not be taking money from a foreign country unless we got a deal going with them. And I right now do not believe we have a deal going on with Israel, nor do we have a deal going on with Palestine. So again, we should not be involved. Our involvement should be zero involvement. But people want us to be involved, especially the left. The left love it because it's a social construct that they hear from the media, that is given to them by the media.
He has murdered tens of thousands of innocent people.
And so has Palestine. Allegedly, Palestine has done the same thing. Both sides are not allegedly as innocent as people want them to think. I'm not for Palestine nor Israel. Again, I don't sit on either side. I'm American first. And that's where people on the left don't understand, is that we should be America first because we're already having to deal with political issues here in our homeland and issues with things going on in general. Like worrying about, are we going to continue to be a constitutional republic, capitalistic state, or are we going to start falling into socialism again? Like what we almost had with the Biden administration.
You heard what he said. Horrible atrocities. This is the stuff that happened in Nazi Germany.
But again, you've got to kind of think of also about it this way too. Zoran Mandani is a Muslim. So where is his allegiance again going to be? Palestine. So it's not very much of a big surprise that Zoran Mandani is saying these things. It's obvious. We know why. We know what the thing he's trying to implement to people.
But can you just imagine how morally depraved that people in our government, Republicans and Democrats, are, that will shut their mouth because they're getting paid by Israel to shut their mouth?
I wouldn't say both sides. What's up, KY? I wouldn't say like both sides are allegedly being paid to shut up, but at the same time, people that criticize Israel get called anti-Semitic. People that say, well, this whole cause isn't just Israel, it's both sides. Well, that's Islamophobia and anti-Semitic. Both sides have an opinion, but it's not like, okay, both sides are wrong. Yeah, both sides, Israel and Palestine, are both doing things to each other. We see that. But again, it comes down to the fact that we can criticize what's happening. We shouldn't shut our mouth about it. Yes, our government is watching and should watch carefully and say, hey, this is what's happening. what are we going to do? Can we do anything? Should we do anything? You're probably right.
Because
No, both sides should say something, like call it down where it should be called, down the middle. Both sides are guilty of doing bad things.
they know if they don't say anything that the money faucet's going to be turned off.
That probably could be possibly true, because if you criticize one side that's allegedly giving you money too much, they're going to stop doing it because they don't like being criticized. Kind of like how the left don't like being criticized for being socialistic, very socialistic. They shut down and they start going into this whole temper tantrum mode.
2 days ago, Hakeem Jeffries was asked a question about Israel. Why did you vote this way? You know what he said? When you're ready to ask me a serious question, let me know. Dude, fuck you, Hakeem Jeffries.
Okay, I wouldn't say F you to him. I would just say that's kind of a typical, probably Democratic stance, in my opinion. That's how they normally are. They try to avoid it. If one side's allegedly taking APAC money or money from whatever, they're not going to want people to criticize them for it, and especially our own government. They don't like that. They hate when our rights to criticize them for that starts.
You know, one thing that I have really admired, and I will say, is the Democratic Party perfect? No. But you know,
No, they are way far from perfect. They aren't even close to perfection.
what they do as a rule of thumb, as a majority, they give a damn about other people.
Not really. Not really. Because I have seen Democrats being more virtuous, doing more dumb things than conservative parties have. Well, I understand you, and you're not bugging me, KY. I'll read the chat here in a sec, but you can stick around. I see you. Both sides, yes, can be criticized, and yes, they should if they're doing something wrong, but they shouldn't be criticized if they're not doing anything wrong. Because you think about this, what have the Democrats ever done for people? Not a damn thing. They've never accomplished anything other than allegedly taking money from people that they shouldn't be, and saying things that they shouldn't be saying, acting a certain way they shouldn't be acting. It all ties in together with, you have bad behavior, it's going to get called out. Just like when we were kids, you act like a spoiled brat. What does your parents do? Punish you or tell you to stop acting like a damn brat.
So when I hear people go on stage or give speeches and go, I don't understand what the big deal about Israel is. That has nothing to do with affordability. I'm going to tell you why. Because I care about those kids.
Sure, you can care about those kids. Everyone should care about the Palestinian kids and the Israel kid and the kids in Israel. Yes, we should care about them. We do care about them. But the problem is, it's not our fight. We don't have a dog in this fight. It's not our issue. It's not our circus. We should stay the frick out of it. Both sides are doing things to each other. It's war. Whoever started it, yes, is the bad person. That is the side, yes, that should definitely face legal justice and consequences for starting such thing. But when the politicians get involved in it, especially the American politicians, then that kind of puts us in that position to where we have to get involved when honestly all of us don't want us to be involved. We would rather just say let them fight it out. But in the Bible, and I'm again not a Christian, but there's a quote about those who bless Israel will be blessed, supposedly. I don't know the big main quote, but you Christians out there can probably understand where I'm going with it. I think it's the Bible.
Because I'm not a selfish prick. And the same people that care about Gaza, they cared about the officers on January 6th.
That were not beaten. Because remember, officers allegedly beat people on J6, or were doing that on J6. It may be World War III. I don't know how close we are. If we get involved with this, we might end up on the brink of it. If we keep our noses clean and out of it, we won't be involved with it. And we won't have to worry about it.
When you, MAGA, didn't give a shit about them. We cared about...
Oh, we didn't give a shit? Yes, we do. But the problem is we just don't believe we should be involved in any of this. This is not our fight. Again, we don't have a dog in this fight. So why should we be involved? Why are we to be blamed for any of this? We're not. It's the one who started the fight that should be blamed.
Agent Carroll, when you didn't care about...
Oh, you mean the woman that made up the alleged rape story about Trump? Yeah, I don't believe her because of half of the shit she said, that she allegedly said about it, that made her look not very credible, in my opinion.
Her. We cared about the victims on Epstein Island when you didn't care about them.
You didn't. You know, the only thing that you lefties cared about was Trump's name on the list. That's all you all lefties cared about. You're right, KY. You are very correct. The lefties never cared about anything but was Trump's name on the list because they wanted to condemn Trump. They wanted Trump's name and reputation ruined. That was all it was about. It was only about how badly could they make Trump look. Not about whether the alleged accusers were correct, wrong, or was there evidence to prove anything without a shadow of a doubt. There was none of that being used on the left side. But when people started saying, release the files, it was all just about the cut and dry of how badly could they go for Trump. Not realizing that all those names on that list more than likely would affect both sides and a lot of other people on top of that.
And I'm not even a Democrat, but people that have empathy. I care about the kids and the children and innocent people that are murdered by gun violence, and it doesn't.
Let me put this into perspective. What these leftists only care about is to punish white people, white kids that are not even half of the spectrum of gun violence committers, alleged gun violence committers. But they want to ignore the people like the black on black crime that are being done. against their own black community. They want to ignore that. They would just rather sit and say, "Oh, it was a white kid. It was a white person. Told you." See, they love doing that "I got you" moment thing, and it's stupid. It's honestly insane. It perpetuates racism, hate, bigotry, and it's obnoxious.
Respect me because I give a crap about other people.
Sure, you do.
That's why it's a big deal. So you tell me what's more important.
What is a big deal to these people is that as long as it fits their narrative, they're going to worry about it. They're going to talk about it. But if it doesn't fit their narrative, they're not going to talk about it. They're not going to participate in a decent civil conversation about it. But if you try to have a decent civil conversation about it, they're going to flip their lid.
Less taxes or
Nice job. You literally left the car being a dum dum driving fast on your video. I would have tried to get rid of that audio.
preventing a genocide in Gaza or innocent.
But what is allegedly Palestine doing to Israel? The same alleged thing. Their Palestinians are attacking Israel people. Both sides, yes, are attacking each other. You're right. Most Democrats are very, very dumb. They don't have much of a brain.
Children are dead, where they're eating out of the garbage cans, where they're getting their legs amputated. Oh, I don't know. Maybe one's a little more important because
Why is one country more important than the other? That shouldn't be true. Both countries should be important. Everyone that is not a bad person on both sides should be cared for and be looked at as a human being. Vast majority of these people that are, oh, free, free Palestine, are just idiots. They're virtual signaling. That's all they do. And then the people that say, oh, well, Israel's allegedly not as bad as what Palestine's doing. Well, both sides are at war with each other. So what do you got to say to that? Both sides are, again, hurting each other. It shouldn't be, oh, free, free Palestine. No. Or free Israel. No. Both sides, yes, should be free, but both sides are going to have people that are going to suffer from it. Both sides will suffer for it. And it's a cause and effect. We already see this. KY says, was world where people wouldn't lie anymore, governments be first thing always, especially Democrats and liberals and liberalism? I mean, could be.
our tax dollars, what comes out of my paycheck, is funding those bombs.
And again, we could probably say the same thing about both sides. Both sides are having to pay for it. Think about that.
And it's disgusting and it needs to stop. This is why this is a big deal in this country. We are
Because we were involved when we shouldn't have been. We stuck our noses in something that we should have never stuck our nose in. We became the brown nosers. Oh, look, this side's doing this. Oh, look, this side's doing that. Oh, look, that side's doing that. Look, squirrel. Kind of thing. It's stupid.
literally funding a genocide, but because our government is bought and paid for, you could even argue, and I told my son this today, yeah, I can argue that Benjamin Netanyahu was the shadow president.
Really, you would definitely say that. People on the left would really want to say that. Yeah, that is probably more than likely true.
Really believe that.
But this is what I always hear. Things like this. Oh, Benjamin Netanyahu's allegedly the shadow president. Yeah, you know why they're saying that? Because allegedly US is being paid by Israel. And that's all they have.
Because if we put him in the White House, I really believe that the majority of this government would probably listen to what he has to say.
You know, no. I mean, the government, I don't know. But most thought, normal thought process people would say, yeah, whatever that person says, no. If it goes against what we believe in and stand for, yeah, no, we wouldn't be for it. We'd be against it.
Ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. Money, money, money. So when I hear and I say that both parties are the same, this is what I'm talking about. They are both being bought and paid for by APAC and corporations and dark money. They don't care about you.
I believe that, KY.
You and I. They only care about staying in power. And they do that by taking in millions of dollars. And the people that actually want to change.
Here's another good question you should ask yourself. How many Democratic Party members have allegedly taken money from alleged certain organizations or alleged other countries? Think about that. Think about that. That is a question we should be asking ourselves as people. Who in our political party has allegedly been doing that the most? And you know the answers.
And tell Israel to fuck off. They have so much money.
I think we should just basically tell both sides to just go away. We should tell both sides, yeah, we're not involved in this. Sorry. Not sorry. We should tell both sides we're not going to be part of their demonic evil plan. I don't know if that's true, KY.
That they drown them out with millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars in ads and naked events. I gotta say, I might be a democratic socialist, but
oh, that wouldn't surprise me. That wouldn't surprise me at all. I would kind of expect that. I'm already thinking he is one, that this guy is one. So it really doesn't surprise me. It's not like I gotcha kind of moment.
Out of all this, Zoran Mandami's putting rent freezes on tenants.
No, he's charging more for rent to tenants.
He's making sure that they fix their houses
by charging them more than what they should be charged.
He's working on getting the buses at no charge using our tax dollars. He's gonna
hold on. The guy just said he's using our tax dollars. Zoran Mandami's using our tax dollars for free bus. What does that sound like to you? Socialism.
Open grocery stores.
Last I heard, Zoran Mandami is allegedly trying to make grocery stores owned by the government, which again is not capitalistic, it's socialistic. There we go. Now we know what Zoran Mandami really is. We already knew that Zoran Mandami was a democratic socialist. It wasn't a big surprise when we heard Zoran Mandami was going to run like that and do all of these dumb, stupid things in New York and bunch of people in New York are like, yeah, no, we're not going to deal with this no more because they got a taste of what Samran Mandani was about, and they ran after supposedly they voted for him.
It's going to lower the price.
No, Samran Mandani isn't lowering anything. He isn't doing any of that. What he's allegedly doing is raising things because that's what they do. That's what democratic socialists do. See, again, they're not afraid to point out really what they are. Socialists. Liberalism will come in the form of socialism, people. That's what Ronald Reagan warned us about. And now we're seeing it for our own very eyes. We see it. We see by Samran Mandani, Bernie Sanders, all of these Democrat parties. They're like, yeah, we'll call ourselves democratic socialists, but in actuality, they're not really Democrats ish. They're more socialist. Yeah, KY, that is way worse than a king or a queen. By far.
Hiring more teachers?
I haven't seen any reports of allegedly Samran Mandani hiring more teachers at all. I think that's BS.
Oh no, the horrors. Oh, by the way, he balanced the budget.
Didn't see him do that neither. Haven't seen him balance crap. Haven't seen him do any of that.
Oh my God! Oh no! Please, no, anything but that. Yeah, it sounds like a real shithole dystopian hellscape, doesn't it?
Actually, yes, it does. It sounds really bad. It sounds like what allegedly Stalin did. The Soviets used to allegedly do. Exactly. What Democrat socialists do is they take the playbook from Stalin and allegedly use it. But they change things around, they change wordings around and try to make it sound cutesy and artsy fartsy. That's what they do. KY says Michael Bloomberg wasn't good, but compared to Mayor got now, doesn't look bad. I don't know. Any Democrat or socialist, I will not trust.
Maybe Democrats, maybe. That's why they're attracted to him. That's why they like him. Because right now, the Democratic Party doesn't have a damn leader.
No, they don't. You know why? Because the majority of the Democrats that try fail. They fail every time. Every fucking time they fail. It's not something we don't see. We see it. Oh, they're failing? Why? Because they're just virtuous. They allegedly take money from people or alleged groups that they shouldn't be taking money from. They have ideas and ideologies that do not connect with we the people. They do things to make life miserable for everyone except for them that are okay with it. Paul, here's a suggestion. If you like being a Democrat socialist so much, why don't you go to New York and tell me how you feel? Live there for a month, and tell me, come back and tell us, how do you feel? I bet you will probably hate it. I would believe that, KY. I would believe
Hakeem
that.
Jeffries and Chuck Schumer are a joke.
Well, that's true.
You got somebody standing up to Benjamin Netanyahu and sending up to the president, say, hey, get off your fat ass, orange man, and do something.
I believe Trump is trying to do better by not listening to people that he shouldn't be listening to. I believe he is working on that. It's going to take time. But people expect fast progress, and that does not work.
That's what people want the Democratic Party to do. They want Democrats to be on offense and fight and push back against people that have murdered innocent people like Benjamin Netanyahu.
Yeah, but what has the Democrats ever done? Nothing. Not a damn thing. Because we know that the Democrats are just exactly the same. They never changed. Here's one more, and then I'm going to go. Because I got to get ready. I'm going to go camping this week. I got one in, bud.
The rapist in the White House posted.
All right, here's what he's showing us. He's showing us Trump is put out a tweet of some stats.
Hearing 18 deaths in Iran like some fucking victory lap. It's disgusting. And you know what?
He's not trying to do that as a victory lap, by the way. He's just showing what is happening.
Expect this from him. What I'm more upset about now are the people that still support him.
I'll keep being upset because I still support him.
And that voted for him because you fucking knew who he was.
Yep, he was a businessman, not a politician. That's who Trump is. And he still is.
Knew that he called our troops suckers and losers.
Never heard him say that, but I've heard allegedly Democrats saying stuff about our troops like that. I didn't hear Trump say anything about that.
You knew it. You heard him with your own ears insult John McCain, who's a fucking hero.
Oh, wow. So he took little pot shots at John McCain. Just like Hunter Biden taking pot shots at Don Jr. Politicians do that. It's part of politics. Yeah, it shouldn't happen, but it happens.
Well, I prefer heroes that are not captured.
When did Trump allegedly ever say that? I don't remember Trump saying that. I don't remember ever Trump talking about our troops like that.
I prefer presidents that aren't fucking rapists and pedophiles.
Oh, gee. Then obviously Joe Biden wouldn't be a good president, or then should have allegedly been disqualified as president. Weird. And that would have allegedly also disqualified some other presidents, like the Clinton.
I prefer presidents that aren't such a fucking coward.
This is one thing that I see a lot from the left. Oh, I prefer a president who isn't an effing coward. Well, what was Biden? What was Joe Biden? A big coward. He was an alleged coward. He gave Ukraine money, alleged Ukraine money that was U.S. money, funding Ukraine, allegedly. Purportedly funding Ukraine for no apparent reason. So I guess Trump is more qualified than Biden.
They dodged the military like little bitches.
Oh, gee. Maybe there was a reason why Trump didn't go in the military in the first place.
Because you don't have the backbone to do what's necessary. That's what I prefer. But hey, this is where we are. For all of you that voted for this, their deaths are on you. This sec.
Hold on. Why are we being blamed for their deaths, their alleged deaths? Why? We shouldn't be blamed for it because we're not the ones that wanted it. Kind of weird how fast the left start blaming us for shit that we all said, yeah, we're not for this. We weren't planning on this. This wasn't us.
Of shit, you put him in there because you couldn't vote for the black woman.
You mean the 1% black woman, the laughing hyena Kamala, right? That woman, the woman who was not even qualified to be president because she didn't have any policies that were worth a damn for anyone to look at. Because she allegedly had to use the playbook of Biden and tried to allegedly steal some of the stuff from Trump. It sounds like the Democrats are allegedly very good at stealing things more than they would like to acknowledge, right? Right.
It's a real shame that as a former Republican,
I kind of doubt that people like this guy were former Republicans at all.
this is what you fucking are. This is what you are. You've said policy, I don't care. Making America better.
Our policies are to try to make America better. But what are Democrats' policy? Virtual signal, be angry about everything and anything that possibly that's under the sun. Allegedly try to steal the election. I'm not surprised, KY. I am not very surprised that she allegedly was doing that. That's just the kind of sick people these people are. They don't give a shit.
I don't care. I want culture wars.
See how the left are always fast to say, well, you MAGA want culture wars, but guess what they do? They're right straight up front and center in arms for it. Doesn't surprise me. Not anymore.
I want to own the libs. All I care about is fucking the promise of $1.
No.
This isn't Donald Trump anymore. This is about the people that still support him and put him in power.
Hi. You're looking at one. What about me? Want to say that?
Because you all went to the voting booth and ignored all the horrible shit, the felonies, the fucking rape, the white supremacy.
First of all, the felonies were allegedly in civil court. The fake alleged rape allegations were allegedly in a civil court as well. And the white supremacist, knock that shit off. It isn't about white supremacy. Because majority of you lefties out there don't pay attention, a lick of attention, to the fact that there are white supremacists out there. But you're very fast in calling us that when there are neo-Nazis out there. And then you Democrats allegedly act like a bunch of neo-Nazis. So don't give me that horse shit. Shut the fuck up with that shit. It's bullshit, is what it is. You calling us white supremacists absolutely just makes you all sound stupid. Because of you saying that shit. Oh, I don't blame people for turning more Republican and conservative. Because these yahoos, these low-cow Democrats are very quick to lie, allegedly cheat and steal when virtual signal and do everything and anything they can just to try to look pretty and save face. It's absolutely appalling, disgusting, and nauseating.
See, you know he's a child molester. He's
He isn't a child molester because where's the evidence? Where's the proof? Haven't fucking seen proof. Haven't seen a fucking goddamn thing. No rape kit test, nothing. So this is what these Democrats love to say. Oh, he's a rapist. Yeah. What was allegedly Bill Clinton? Yeah, you all forget about Bill Clinton being an alleged rapist, right? But you just want to go after the orange man because you hate the orange man so bad because he's trying to save America. Yeah. Okay, whatever.
actively defending them. And you're like,
He's not defending them, by the way. But hey, what do you Democrats do? You allegedly do the same thing, right? It's okay for men that allegedly try to pretend they're women to go into women's bathrooms or women's sports. That's not weird, right? Or allegedly be around children reading LGBTQIA books, shoving it down alleged children's throats. Yeah, that's not alleged pedophile acts. How many would be definitely the right question. How many white supremacist alleged presidents have we had? 0. From my knowledge.
no, I'm good.
Except for allegedly one, Biden. He wasn't really, I wouldn't say a white supremacist. I take that back. I would say he allegedly was friends with people that were.
He promised me lower taxes, so I don't care that officers.
But here's the thing that Democrats love to do. They bitch about Trump lower taxes when they allegedly try to raise taxes. You're right. They don't do any research because majority of them don't look at the policies in place. Paul already pointed out 2 things that we know to be true about these people. They don't vote based on policies. They only allegedly vote based on race. What does that make them? Allegedly racist. Oh, there we go. None of the Democrats could tell you one policy of Kamala's that was decent. Not even one. Not even a single policy. Other than she's black. We already had a black president. So how is America white supremacist or racist when we had a black president? Oh my Lord. We're not racist because we had one black president. And now we got Trump in office, who is white. But big deal. We don't give a fuck about skin color. We care more about policies and politics. So spare me the, oh, you all MAGAs are racist and this, that, and the other. Spare me. Because y'all vote for Kamala because she's 1% black. That's it. Not based on policies, but because she's 1% black, purportedly. She's like the Diet Coke version of somebody who's black, not black at all. She's like 1%. Good Lord. See how stupid these people are? These people are absolutely ridiculous. And it peeves them that Trump is doing so much better than what Biden or Kamala would have done or have done.
Beaten and took their lives after January 6th. I don't care.
You know how many police officers allegedly beat people compared to people beating police officers on J6? Do research. You'll find it. It's the whole echo chamber. That's all they do. It's that whole echo chamber. Just tossing words out there.
It doesn't affect me. I'm pro-life Republican. You're not pro-life. You've never been pro-life.
I think we're more pro-life than you Democrats. Let's be honest. We're not for aborting babies, alleged murdering babies. And don't give me this shit that my body, my choice bullshit. That's complete hypocrisy. That is complete hypocrisy. When the baby is in the mother's womb, it no longer belongs, her body no longer belongs to her. It's the baby's. And you want to innocently kill an innocent baby. Why? Because it's free health care. Because you don't want to take responsibility because you had unprotected sex. You decided to spread your legs and let a man insert his hot dog in your taco. For crying out loud. This isn't something that we don't know. We know sex ed. Majority of us know sex education pretty well. It takes two to tango. A hot dog and a taco. When the hot dog goes in the taco, you know what happens. You either better have good pull-out game, or you better be wearing protection, or that woman better be on birth control if you don't want a kid. But killing an innocent child because you think it's free healthcare, that is absolutely atrocious. That is atrocious. That is disgusting. That is absolutely horrid, in my opinion. That isn't pro-life. And what the Democrats don't pay attention to as well of that, not just that factor, but the other factor, that alleged abortion is very dangerous to the woman's period. I mean, period. It's dangerous to her because it can have alleged complications. Oh, but my body, my choice, right? Fuck all. Fuck all. My body, my choice. Well, I hate to break it to you, Cupcake, but not only are you allegedly murdering a baby, but you're putting your body at risk at a possible very bad rate that could allegedly end up being deadly because of what you want.
You are fucking voting for a fucking rapist.
Gee, what did you all allegedly vote for with Biden and Bill Clinton? Please tell me.
And a child molester. You could
Gee, again, also allegedly Biden.
put up your ass. And to hear Mike Johnson yesterday question about Graham Plattner, you know what? The Democrats walked his ass out, just like they did Eric Swalwell. They're both pieces of shit. See, it's not hard. And Mike Johnson, when asked about multiple members in his caucus, why don't you remove them? Well, you know, hold on. I don't want to say anything to make Donald Trump mad.
This is what the Democrats think of us. This is what they think of anyone. They don't care. They don't give a shit about anyone but themselves. They are selfish. They don't care about policies, politics, or anything that have to do with the values of America. Those three things they don't see. Gee, I wonder why. If they would figure out how to stop thinking about culture wars, just a little bit, maybe they could start thinking about the important things and stop trying to be virtuous. They could think about how to help America. This is what is wrong with America today, people. Democrats. Democrats is what's wrong with America. It's not the Democrats calling MAGA racist or white supremacist. It's the Democrats themselves allegedly being what they call us. Anti-American. A very, very anti-American group, political movement is what the Democrats are. And they don't care because they hate America. Sucks. Fucking sucks. Because the Democrats, if they could do what had to be done to stop being virtuous and stop this crap that they're pulling and doing, guess what they can achieve? Working with the Republicans, working with the conservatives and we the people to have a better future.
Oh shit, I want to be speaker. Well, you know, those are just allegations. Donald Trump was found liable in a court of law.
A civil court of law. But that didn't hold out very well. So we're going to ignore that crap because, yeah, we know how that worked. That was all BS.
You fuck.
Okay. Whatever.
And he just paid her $5.2 million last week for raping her in a fucking dressing room, Mike.
No proof. No alleged rape kit test done. Nothing. Just all hearsay. Again, this is what they do. This is why the Democrats are absolutely losing themselves. They're losing every time. There's not going to be if they win, it would be very, very surprising if they win. And I don't want them to win, but it'd be very surprising. It would be a miracle. They would have to have like a Hail Mary to win. Because they know they can't win off of just virtual signaling and being as dumb as they are. They have to do much more. We know that. At least 25% or higher of police. You're probably right, KY. I'm sure you're right.
What do you got to say about that? Oh, well, that's fake news. That's different. How about the fact that he's defending child molesters, Mike?
Haven't seen him do that either. Show me proof that he's doing that. Show me proof that he's doing that. I don't see proof. We want papers.
I thought you're a Christian, Mike. You're a pro-life Christian because the Republican Party no longer cares about morality.
Yeah, right. Okay, whatever. And the Democrats supposedly claim they do. Okay.
There was the point where I thought it did. And then it ended with John McCain. Now it's just fucking culture wars, right? Oh, they're...
You notice how every time the Democrats love to start culture wars. And it's just one of their favorite things. Because they can't get enough of it. That's how they hide.
Transgenders in college sports. Oh my God. Oh, look at the dirty brown people.
That was definitely not racist, right? Yeah, that was really racist right there. So again, we see that they're racist and they don't care.
But you voted for a rapist.
Well, and you know, half of you lefties, Democrat morons, voted for an alleged PDF file like Biden and voted for an alleged rapist, Bill Clinton. So why are you bitching at us for voting for Trump when some of you alleged lefties voted for that shit with alleged Bill Clinton and Joe Biden? Don't bitch at us for it.
How many of you lost your shit when a black man took a knee?
I didn't like it because he did it at the wrong time. But it was whatever.
During a football game, you lost your shit. But when
you don't know half of us.
Officers were beaten with American flags.
Oh, you mean people that were allegedly paid protesters that were allegedly undercover police and law enforcement that was supposedly dressed as MAGA, beaten allegedly by police officers during J6? Yeah, okay.
Hey, they're patriots. Hey, let's pardon them and give them $1.7 billion because I love America. It's sure funny, and it sure seems like when a white man does the most despicable...
How many times has alleged or just any Democrat done alleged despicable things? And the Democrats are very quick to brush it off and say, oh, no, it's nothing to see here. It's nothing. Like, you're bitching about MAGA and Trump, but you guys kind of allegedly do the same thing. So why are you bitching? Sit down, shut the fuck up, is what I gotta say to y'all, Democrats. Sit down, shut the fuck up. Because y'all allegedly did the same freaking stupid thing that you're claiming that we did. No more, no less. So who's guilty? Who should have the most highest amount of guilt?
Disgusting shit in this country like Donald Trump. that you turn a blind eye. Let's not even talk about Pete Hegseth, who's an alcoholic who paid a woman $50,000, or that Donald Trump nominated Matt Gaetz, who had sex with a 17-year-old fucking girl.
Which we haven't seen proof of that allegedly happened. There's been no alleged reports on that. I mean, there's been alleged reports on it, but by the fake news. Which, can we really trust the fake news? No. So again, let's be a little bit honest and distinguish between truth and falsehood.
You got Fox News joking about teachers molesting 17-year-old men, saying real men wouldn't report that.
And even if a person on Fox allegedly did do that, yeah, they should be fired for it. Yeah, they should allegedly get in trouble for it, for saying that stuff. Because that shit you shouldn't joke about.
And then you got Ken Paxton in Texas, who's cheating on his wife openly.
Where's the proof?
And get
Oh yeah, you don't have any, so
a man 30 days in prison for molesting a fucking girl. Great job, Republicans. You really have the moral high bar. It's not a difference of opinion.
You notice how they always claim that supposedly we have the moral high bar, but then they want to claim that they do. Double standards.
These are facts. You just...
No, they're not facts. Everything you say is not facts. It's just opinions. Sure, maybe one thing you said was factual. Was allegedly factual. Out of everything else you've been saying.
Don't like it. Because you have such a fucked up moral compass.
Yeah, and you Democrats really do have a messed up moral compass.
That you don't even know it's north or south or up and down.
Apparently you've been listening. These guys have been listening to me. Because I always use that analogy. Yeah. See how that works?
This is the guy you voted for who's fucking bragging about only 18 service members. They will never see their families again.
He's not bragging. He's just saying that, yeah, 18 servicemen lost their lives. That's very, very small compared to what we have lost before. Very, very small. Actually, that's like, yes, something that shouldn't have happened, but it's a small proportion.
They won't see their kids grow up. They won't be at baseball games or football games or anything. Because you couldn't vote for the black woman. This is on you, Republicans. Every single one of these soldiers is on you. There's no nuclear fucking weapon. There never was.
Are you sure? Are you sure? How would you know that? Scientifically, I don't think majority of these people would know that shit. Especially coming from the left. They wouldn't know shit about it.
If he
Because they only listen to what the news tells them.
Obliterated them, why is the Strait of Hormuz closed? Why are soldiers still dying if they're obliterated? But you're too fucking stupid to see that he's lying to you. He could spit in your face, tell you it's raining, and you would buy a Trump umbrella and be like, oh, thank Jesus that Donald Trump gave me a Trump umbrella and keep me safe from the rain.
Again, see how stupid these people are saying stupid shit? It's absolutely ridiculous. It's a mental illness is what these people have. What these leftists have. Trump derangement syndrome. TDS.
So strong. This is how stupid our country is.
No, it just shows how much Trump derangement syndrome and liberal illness you have. And liberalism isn't mental illness. That is very much alive today.
It's sad how morally bankrupt this country is. Not just morally bankrupt, but so
Gee, and I wonder what put us there.
fucking racist.
Yeah, we're not racist. And this country isn't racist. Because if this country was racist, then why did we have a black president like Obama? If this country was racist, Obama would not have been president, by the way. Just saying. Think about that. Obama would have never been fucking president of the United States of America, ever, if the country was racist. Surprise, our country is not.
That you would rather vote for a man that rapes women and fucking molests children and causes an
Which he doesn't.
insurrection
Which he doesn't.
than vote for the fucking most qualified candidate.
Because she's not the most qualified candidate and she's a yo-yo.
Because she wasn't what.
No, it's because most of you lefties wanted to blame the fact that we voted for Trump because she wasn't white, which is actually not true. That's racist right there, and that shows how racist you are. You lefties are. Yeah.
Have a white day, America. Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, these people definitely have a mental illness, Trump derangement syndrome. Anyway, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Rumble. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.